Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to optimize your houses from Realistic House Kit. What we're going to be doing is combining these meshes into larger pieces. So as you can see, they're in quite small pieces right now, but we'll combine them together to improve performance and also put them in a blueprint so you can place them wherever you want in your level. So I'm going to start by selecting all of the roof pieces. I'm also going to create a new folder, and I recommend making a copy of your map before you do this. So we're going to go to Window, Developer Tools, Merge Actors. Now this is what it looks like for 4.18. If you're using 4.20 or 4.21, I will put a clip here to show the settings that you should use. If you're using 4.20 or 4.21 or engines newer than that, these are the merge settings that you will want to use. So making sure replace source actors is ticked, specific LOD level is set and it's set to 0, and you want merge equivalent materials, make sure that's ticked. So once you have the correct settings for your engine version, let me just check, you're going to want to make sure replace source actors is ticked. If you don't see these options, you can click the down arrow and show those. You're also going to want to use specific LOD and set for 0. Again, this is for 4.18 and 4.19. Merge actors, and I'm going to go new folder, and I'm going to call this sm_house_01_roof. And you can see we've merged our actors now, so it's one mesh in the world. I'm going to hide that, and I'm going to just repeat the process for the floors. And merge actors, new folder, I'm going to call this floors. Now when merging these for your own house, you're going to want to keep things together like I am here. So floors together, roofs together, just because the merge tool can sometimes act funny if you don't do that. So I'm just going to select all the walls quickly. You're also going to want to not do this with any blueprint actors because it will mess it up. Just static mesh actors. So walls, we can hide our walls now. Going to do the porch floors, and we'll do merge actors, and we'll call this porch floors. We can hide this one as well. With this one, we're going to do the railings and the pillars. Now if you have a staircase, you don't need to merge that. Nor do you need to merge porch stairs either, just leave those separate. And we can merge those, and I'll call these porch rails, and we can hide those because we've got those now, and we'll do these, making sure we've got them all selected. Merge those, and we'll call this just porch, and we can hide those. And now we're just going to do the foundations quickly. Like that. Merge actors, and we'll call this one foundations. So now we've merged them all together. We only have a few meshes in our level now. So the next part, we can close that window. Next part, only 4.18 and 4.19 have to do this part. Create a new folder, select these meshes, copy here. So we've made copies in that folder. So next, once you've made those copies, we're going to right click on our floors, re-import, and we're going to import the files that we just exported. So we're going to pick floors, foundation, foundations, porch, floors, that's porch floors, so we want that one. Re-import, porch rails, roof, re-import roof, and walls, re-import walls. And the reason we do that in 4.18 and 19 is because it combines the materials. Any engine version later than that, it does that automatically for us. So now we've re-imported all of those, we can hit save all. And again, all of this is just being done 4.17, 4.18. I'll say when other engine versions need to continue. So next, we're going to open up our floors. We're going to open up our new folder with the copies we made. I'm going to select floors, collision, copy from static mesh. Save that. I'm actually going to open up my other folder here, so it's a bit quicker. So we're going to open up our foundations. We're going to select foundations in the copies that we made. Copy, and close that. And we're just going to go through and do that for each one of these. So porch floors, copy, rails, copy. And the reason we're doing this is because the collision, when we re-import it, doesn't re-import properly. So that's why we made the copies that have the correct collision. Last one, walls, copy from selected mesh. So again, if you didn't quite understand what was going on there, this is the folder, this is this folder, open over here, and they're the copies we made before we re-imported these ones. So once you've done all of that, just save all. Now after this, all engine versions, you need to follow the same instructions now. So first we're going to do is we're going to open up our walls, and I'll maximize this, and we're going to set up our LODs, and this is really easy. All you need to do, LOD group, level architecture, yes. And if you have a big mesh, that might take a little while to calculate, but we can check that it's working just by doing that, and we can see that it has worked. Don't worry if this looks a bit weird, this will be seen from very, very far away. The player won't be able to see any of these details. So we know that works. And all you're going to do is go through and copy the same process. LOD group, level architecture, yes. And continue doing that. You don't want to do it for things like floors or foundations because they're already low poly anyway. Just more complicated objects like the porch foundations. So I'll do it for these ones as well. Level architecture, yes. And we can save that. So after we save all, so next in our scene, we're going to select all of our meshes here. Make sure we've got our floors, and okay, I did have the roof, and we can just move it to make sure we have them all. Next, we go to blueprints up here, convert selected components to blueprint class. And I'm just going to put that in our new folder. And we're going to call that bp_house_01. Create blueprint. So now we have a blueprint with all of our meshes in. And we're going to, I'm just going to move this over to here. And now if I place this into the world, you can see it's a little bit underground. So all we're going to have to do is zoom in here. And then in our blueprint, I'm going to select all the components, zoom in on our pivot point here, and we can move that up. Might have to move your camera a little bit so we can see when it's level with the ground. So that's about right. We can compile and save that. And now when we place our blueprint, it will be level with the ground. So next thing we want to do is going to make this a little bit bigger so we can see what we're doing. We're going to add in our doors and windows and everything. So we're going to go in our content browser. We're going to go to Realistic House Kit, Blueprints, Doors, and we've got some doors here. we can drag that into here and we can move that into place. Now it's a little bit fiddly because we lose grid snapping when we convert actors, but you can get it in place pretty easily. I'm just going to do it roughly for the sake of the video, but you can spend a little bit more time making sure you get this lined up properly. So we've got our door in there. We can go to the Windows folder, which is in the Blueprints folder, bring in Windows, bring that over to here. We'll rotate those around so it's the right way. Move that roughly into position here. So get that about in place here. Copy, paste, and we can bring them over here as well. And I'm not going to do all the windows, sorry, because that'll take a little bit of time, but you can get yours in place properly, spend a little bit more time on it. Lastly, for the windows here, we can go into meshes, destructible, and we've got all of the other glass destructible, so we can just bring that in and you can position that as well. Bring that up to here. Again, I'm just roughly putting these in place. And roughly put that into place. So we've got our doors and our windows in place here. We can just compile and save that, and if we actually go into our level, you can see they've appeared here. If we hit play, oh, my character's not set up. Let me just quickly do that. When you hit play, it will work. Set that game mode, and now we can hit play, and we can open our door. We can smash our windows. We can open them, and you can see that all works. And we can place this now in any level we want. If we go back to our new folder. So that's how you optimize your houses, make them more easy to use and reuse. Thank you for watching, guys. If you have any problems or questions, you can leave a comment or join our Discord. I'll link it in the description. Thank you for watching.